Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video, well, first of all, if you're a frequent watcher of this channel, and I very much appreciate our subscribers and folks that do enjoy watching these videos, I've always been kind of surprised how many people really do follow these as much as they do. Sorry, in a sense, I'm kind of like, hey, this is kind of dry stuff. So on one level, I often kind of look askance like, wow, really, you watch these things that much? But that said, very much appreciated. And yeah, the format is different. I'm dealing with the flu right now, and I've been unable to get through even standing through one of these videos. And that's really unfortunate. I don't really like that, and I want to be back on my feet as soon as possible, but that's why we're doing it in this format right here, right now. In any event, the title of this video may seem a little odd, but I've had in the past week, roughly, since coming off the new year, so not even a week, just since coming off the new year, I've had inquiries, talked to some folks, clients, new clients, folks that came to us with real problems, and I kept getting the same thing. Like the conversation would end in like a handful of cases with the same thing. People said, "Man, if I'd have just called you first, I wouldn't be in this predicament." And they are often in these visas that they were sort of told was okay, and in reality it was kind of sketchy, or they even sort of knew, but they just went ahead and said, well, because somebody told me this was the way to do it, I went ahead and did it. And then they put themselves in a position where they may find themselves either having to leave the country or maybe not be able to get back in because of either the type of visa, and I'm not going to get into categories, but as we've discussed in many other videos, there are categories of visas that are, I don't know how to put it other than maybe frowned upon, not looked well upon by Thai immigration, and then there's just sort of outright pretextual or just pretentious, you can almost use the word fraudulent visas where, people are getting a visa for one reason, but in reality, they don't really meet the criteria or need that visa, whatever. Point of this video, and I'm not trying to self-aggrandize or sort of, be too overly promotional, but you really can save yourself some money by talking, and this is in any context, by the way. You really can save yourself some money by talking to a professional up front about what exactly is going on, rather than just kind of saying, oh, well, somebody on the street or somebody said that this was the good idea, and it was cheap, and I thought it seemed a little sketchy, but I went ahead and went with it. I see so many people that come to regret this because they just end up in a bad situation. I've seen this a lot in a Thai immigration context since the beginning of the year. I don't know why since the beginning of the year. Maybe it's just kind of a random confluence of events, but that's what I've been seeing. So in any event, point of this video, and again, I know nobody likes lawyers, really. I get it. Nobody really likes to pay them, whatever. At the end of the day, I think we provide a valuable service in many, many different ways. But one thing I've been told many, many times after getting off, at the end of a conversation with someone is, I now have a bunch of new options. I now have a bunch of new insights, or I now know that there are problems with this that nobody was telling me about. It's one of those situations where you don't know what you don't know. And again, I think that I'm not saying, you need to pay thousands and thousands of dollars and, go out of your way to take courses or something on Thai immigration, but I'm here to tell you, you can really do yourself a favor up front by contacting a legal professional and gaining proper insight and guidance into how best to proceed.